Hey guys, in this video I'll be comparing Ramon's 2023 Olympia and 2024 Arnold versions to see just how much of a difference there was between the two. There's a general consensus that Ramon wasn't at his best at the Arnold, whereas many would agree that, the 2023 Olympia was one of his best, if not his best version. This comparison should show us if there really was a dramatic difference between the two, and see if Ramon really was off at his most recent appearance. Now, before we do get into this video, a like and sub would really help out the channel, and I would really appreciate it. Now, with that all being said, let's get into this video. Alright, since the video footage you saw in the intro is pretty low quality, I'll be using images to discern the finer details. Now, in the first pose, the front double, it's actually pretty hard to tell where the differences actually are. In both shows, Ramon has massive arms, a tight waist, and great separation and condition. He looks full throughout the arms, has great quad sweep and cuts in the quads, and a tight and defined midsection. One could argue that Ramon's 2023 legs show better, deeper separation in the quads. However, I'd say that they are virtually the same, and that the differences in lighting, oil, and tan play into them looking slightly better in 2023. Like I said, it's pretty difficult to see any real differences, so I'd say that both look about the same. Unfortunately, I don't have a clear picture for the 2023 side chest, however, it still serves its purpose. You can see that both have large delts, great arms, and pretty solid separation in the chest and side leg. While the angles are a bit different, I'd say that Ramon's delt in 2024 looks a bit rounder and grainier, especially in the rear delt. However, it could be due to the angles influencing my decision. Side legs are practically the same as well, with the hamstring dropping low, the glutes being strided, and the quad ham tie-in being deeply cut. Just to point it out, this is Ramon's finals version for the Arnold, where he looked better in my opinion. I noted that at prejudging he looked a bit flatter than normal, however at the finals his front and side shots improved a lot in my opinion. The rear double is definitely where you're going to find the most differences between these two versions, as Ramon's short 6-week Arnold prep is clearly evident. His glutes and hamstrings are drier and perfectly peeled at the Olympia and look a whole lot better overall. While he does have solid separation and conditioning in 2024, he lacks that additional level of conditioning that 2023 really just has. Now, backs are about the same. I think that Ramon's back at the 2024 Arnold prejudging was shallower than it was here. However, you can notice that 2023 has a bit more lower back crispness and separation, especially when comparing the left lower back sides. Arms, delts, and upper traps are all about the same, I'd say. However, it's undeniable that Ramon's traps in the Olympia 2023 are more impressive. While there aren't too many disparities between the two versions, I think that from behind is where Ramon fell short in 2024. The ab and thigh is a really impressive pose for Ramon since he has one of the smallest waists and a genetically amazing set of abs, and here I'd have 2024 pulling ahead. 2023 Ramon crunches down way too much, compromising his V-taper and slightly marring his aesthetics. 2024 has a nice V-taper, decently separated and defined abs, actually pretty deeply separated abs, and great quads, making for an excellent pose. To be fair to 2023, it looks like he's getting ready to pull a vacuum, so speaking of vacuums, let's take a look at it. Alright, here's Ramon's vacuum, not the deepest one of all time, but certainly an aesthetic shot nonetheless. Ramon's 2023 V-taper is surprisingly not as impressive as 2024's, quite possibly due to a, difference in the depth of the vacuum itself. In 2024, Ramon really expands his ribcage and opens up wide, creating the illusion of additional width upstairs and minimizing the size of his waist. 2023 doesn't pull as deep of a vacuum, however, he looks incredibly dry in the quads, midsection, and upper body, which looks ridiculously impressive. For the overall pose, I'd say that 2024 looks more aesthetic, while 2023 has a clear dryness advantage. For the favorite classic pose, the last pose of this comparison, it is definitely hard to see the differences once again. The clearest difference that I can see is the lower ab definition, which looks much cleaner and more defined in 2023. 2024's midsection looks a bit less clear and sort of washed out. However, the differences are negligible. In terms of fullness, shape, and overall conditioning, though, I'd say that both are about the same. However, 2023 does win in certain areas like the arms and the legs, but by the smallest margin. Overall, a really impressive pose for both versions, with 2023 coming out on top due to a slightly better, refinement in terms of condition. Alright guys, that about does it for this video. In short, I think that Ramon was pretty impressive at the Arnold, considering that he prepped for 6 weeks only. Who knows why he prepped for such a short time, whether personal issues came into play or just the fact that he stays so lean all year round. I think that we should give him credit for coming in with a pretty good package regardless. Had he come in just as good as the Olympia, I'm most certain that he would have won the Arnold. However, we'll just have to wait and see what he can do in the future. Let me know down below if you guys think there was a big disparity between these two versions. Personally, I don't really think it was as bad as many think. However, I'd like to hear what you guys have to say. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.